Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamshachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnang Bande Jagadguru Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I salute Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, the destroyer of the demons, Kamsa and Chanura, the dear darling of the mother Devaki, and the Guru of the entire universe. We salute him again and again. Om, peace, peace, peace. So we are back to reading of the Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam. We are in the book number 7, chapter number 13. And we are in the middle of the reading of the ascetic whose name is Avadhut. Avadhut. What is the state of Paramahamsa? As the Ramakrishna called Paramahamsa. So, what Paramahamsa moves like that? What Paramahamsa does? How he lives? So, that question was being raised by Prahlada. And he asked the sage Dattatreya, there is one sage, and said that ascetic, how a householder's duty, how the householder should live, we did that. How a student, brahmacharini will live their duties, we have read that. How a monk will live in the world. And now how the ascetics, those Avadhut, they are monk, but they are not bound by any restrictions and rules. How they live and what is their way of living, working, talking like that. Like in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita we had, the Sthita Prajna, the man of perfect wisdom, how one lives and walks and talks like that, similar. So it was here, Avadhuta said, Narada said, thus the question by the king of Asuras, the great sage, Dattatreya, that is the verse number, I'm reading on verse number 19, chapter 13. So the great sage, Dattatreya, who was very much pleased by his nectarian words, so replied with a smile. So then Avadhut said, what he said? O great Asura, who is Asura? Who is the Asura here? Who is the Asura? Prahlada. Prahlada is the Asura. Prahlada is not Asura. But he is born in the family. That's why he has been addressed like that. Asura's home, you are asking this spiritual question. But he said, oh Asura, not from that perspective. But his father was Asura, his family was Asura, the demonic culture and tradition. But he is a great, you can say he's a great saint because he realized God. Anyhow, so, oh great Asura.
Asuras and Rakshasas are different.
So we are not bringing Rakshasas here, we are talking about Asuras. Sura is Devata, gods are called Sura. Asura means opposite nature. Sura nature is godly qualities. They are of that nature, that's called Sura. And Asura is the opposite nature. That's not the point. You know all about this by your spiritual insight. You are putting this question to me, Avadhut. But you know all this because you are very pure soul. You have already had the vision of the Lord. What is the name of the Kamsa, who killed Kamsa?
Also Krishna.
Hiranyakasipu was killed by whom? Narasingha. So you have seen the Narasingha Rupa, Bhishan. So you are so pure, you know all these things. But still you are asking this question to me, the Avadut. Avadut was lying down and he's unconcerned about it. And the surah here, the story goes that Prahlada uh, was going to rule his country and he was going towards the Kaveri river and he found one Paramahamsa lying down and he does not eat, he doesn't go for food, he does not ask for any begging, anything, and is not doing anything but cheerful, face is beaming with joy and so happy. So he said that, oh, how are you so happy? You don't go for begging food, you don't have any worldly enjoyment and attachment to anything. And so you are totally oblivious of anything and you are happy. And you are fat body means you are strong. Uh, how could you get that? Normally people eat well, sleep well, fun and enjoyment. They become this healthy and this and that. But you don't go for eating, begging or anything. And how are you so powerful, cheerful and joyful? So then he said, Jesse, they, you know that Avadhut said that you know by yourself the question you are putting. But you are one who has the recognition of the good of all good men. So you know what are the respective consequences of following the path of desire and the path of renunciation. That's the verse number 20. 20 verse says that you know two paths. And the Katha Upanishad says one is the path of Bhogam, another Shreya and Preya. Shreya means which is ultimate good, and Preya means which is immediately enjoyable. So there are two paths. So you know both the paths about that. One path leads to desire and another path for renunciation. One for Godward, another for worldward. And for in your heart, Narayana, the Lord of all inclusive self-consciousness, he dwells forever, drawn by unswerving devotion and dispelling the darkness of ignorance like the sun. So already in your heart, the Lord God is sitting, and you have the vision, you have that vision of God, and Narasingha, Rup you have seen, and you have seen that Narayana came in that form. And Narayana, the Lord of all inclusive self consciousness. That means He is all pervaded, that consciousness which is yourself. And the Lord of all inclusive consciousness dwells forever. You are always aware that the Lord is sitting in you, the Lord God of the whole universe. And how drawn by your unswerving devotion, you are so much devoted to God that God has taken a permanent seat in you because of your love. And has dispelling the darkness of ignorance like the sun. As the sun rises, so in your heart there is no darkness anywhere. You are established in that knowledge. You are self-conscious. You are connected with the cosmic consciousness. So you know everything, but still you are asking. For in your heart the Lord, all self-consciousness, dwells forever. That's why you know everything. O honored one, means O honored Prahlada, still I shall answer your question from what I have learned from my teacher. This is humility. He says that I'll tell you what I've heard from my teacher. Not that I say. All the people in the world, if ask anything and gives the egocentric response, but here he is saying that you have asked me the question, I will tell what my guru has told, not I am saying, that egoless. And oh, Prahlada, for you are respected by all who care for the spiritual evolution. So you are honored, you know everything, and you have still asking me the question. So I shall answer. I have learned this and I'll answer what I have learned from my teacher, because you are respected by all who care their spiritual evolution. Now, 23rd, desire, which remain unsatiated in spite of repeated experiences of highly exciting pleasures. Desire. Suppose we are here because of what? In this world? Because of our desire. And desire which remains unsatisfied or unsatiated. We have tasted food, we have seen beautiful objects in the universe, we heard beautiful music, sonorous music, but still desire does not end. So he says, desire which remains unsatiated, desire cannot be fulfilled. Huh? Desire cannot be fulfilled by sensate experience, because if you give more, it wants more. You give more, then it's more. A job, as I give the common example of a job, someone gives this job of 60,000, but when it comes to 100,000, he's very happy. But he can't satisfy them. No, 150, 200, 500. Is there any end of it? 1 million? No. There are people, yes, who earn million. And then not have said more, 2 million. There is no end of it, because desire cannot be satisfied by desire. Only if you desire God, that's a different thing. That can be, that is the highest joy to be achieved by desire. So that can be easily, it can transcend other, becomes pales into nothing. But without that, this desire cannot be fulfilled by desire. So desire, which remains unsatiated in spite of repeated experiences of highly exciting pleasures, entangled me in transmigratory migratory cycles and took me to innumerable embodiments. My condition, I am avadhut now, but my life was like that. Desire, and they followed the path of desire, and tried to satisfy that, but repeated experiences, even of highly exciting pleasures, it has only entangled me into the transmigratory cycle, again to born, again to fulfill some desire, another life, another life is another life. So it forced me to go like that and took me to innumerable embodiments. So I was born in so many times. After being driven to several embodiments in diverse species of beings by karma, I have at last got this human body. So this human body, I got it after so many lifetimes of enjoying other ways. That's why Hinduism says that 8.4 million births, 8.4 million births have passed. That's why you have become a human. So it's a precious, very precious to have that type of great opportunity to have a human body. I have lost, and then I have at last got this human body, which can once again be gateway to heaven, heavenly region, or to a liberation, or to the state of a brute, or to the human embodiment, according to as it made use of it. So now getting this human body, you can be a god, you can be a devil, you can be a king, you can be a brutal person. So we get that I have got this human body, and this which once again can be the gateway to go to heaven, heavenly enjoyments, or to the liberation from birth and death, or to the status of a brute, or to a human embodiment, according as it is made use of, how we use this life. So it's a great responsibility. That's why Shankaracharya says that it's a great responsibility, great opportunity. Responsibility is not, but opportunity, how you utilize this body. You can go day and night and for everything, singing, dancing, and spending that life. You can go to the politics day and night. You can go to fight with each other. You can, whatever you can, most opportunities are all available. But how you utilize it, it is yours. And that makes the best use. You can do everything. That's a human opportunity is this. We can go anywhere we like. This human body of five senses are alert, mind is alert, intellect is alert, and this can be utilized right time, right direction, wrong direction, or whatever direction you want, you can go back, which other bodies cannot have. Now, observing how householders in this world 25, that is today's reading, how observing how householders in this world they perform work for attainment of happiness and avoidance of unhappiness, but happen to get only contrary results, I have withdrawn from all work. I have observed very well the world, that how the people in the world are relentlessly working hard from morning till night to object to gain, to attain happiness and avoid unhappiness. So I have observed. Not that I could be successful, but first I observe. That's the first point of spiritual growth. Growth is that what is real happiness and how we are searching for happiness. So when we see that we want happiness and we avoid unhappiness in the plane of duality, what we all do. And attempting that, how we are creating our unhappiness further. Seeing that I have withdrawn from all work means it's a philosophy. Karma brings suffering. Whatever karma, either it is good, good, bad, bad. Swamiji says, good, good, bad, bad. None escape the law. So knowing that, I have given up the karma. He is a wise man. Giving up the karma means he has become niskama, niskarma, naishkarma. He does not go for food. He does not beg for food. He does not expect anyone's favor. He does not expect anyone's disfavor. Whatever going on, everything is okay. I don't care for anything. It is a high state. Any fool, ignorant can behave like that, but his suffering does not go away. So here it is said that I have withdrawn from all work. That's called avadhut. Avadhut does not fall in the category of a householder or a monk or anything. He is absorbed in himself. He does not go anywhere. Like a python. He sits there, eats whatever comes. Something come today, okay. Something does not come, that's also okay. Rain is falling, okay. Sun is coming, okay. So understand that anyone cannot be avadhut. One should not mistake this statement that I have withdrawn from all work. Means he is a Paramahamsa. That's why he can do that. But if we say we are Paramahamsa, little heat comes and cold comes, how it affects our mind. As joy comes, suffering comes, opposite. How life's bitter experiences come and little sweet days come, how we get affected. So he is unaffected. That means the mind is raised to such a condition that he does not depend on anything external, but totally full with the internal joy and bliss. Joy is the nature of Atman. 26th verse. Joy is the sukham aswatmana rupam. Sukham, happiness, is the atmana rupam, is the rupa, is the actually real form, real nature of Atman. Rupam sarvo ho, sarvo sarve ho param tanuhu. Manas sangsparsajan drishtva bhogan sasyami sangbishat. Joy is the nature of Atman. Abstinence from every work is what makes that nature manifest. How it will manifest? Niskama state, the state of I don't care for anything will come, withdrawing from work. How it will come? The abstinence from every work is what makes the nature manifest. I don't do good work, I don't do bad work. I only live in God consciousness. That is the only way to realize that highest. As enjoyments are largely projections of the mind. All joy is in the mind, no? People like something and doing that they are happy. Doing something, you ask, my mind does not like it, I am unhappy there. So happiness is not in action, but your likes and dislikes of the mind. Therefore, an enjoyment are largely the projection of the mind. You find that you are getting joy, but in the same work, one person gets joy, another person gets irritation. Look at that. Any job, look at in our life, one finds great joy performing that, another finds frightened, another finds irritated. And quite temporary. So enjoyment are largely projections of the mind and quite temporary. Joy is temporary, whatever comes in sensate world. I rest quietly undergoing the effects of my prarabdha, but making no new efforts of any kind. So I rest quietly, understanding that any action will lead me to either joy or suffering. I don't want joy, I don't want suffering. So I abstain from that. And I rest quietly. Quiet means to my own self. Undergoing the effects of prarabdha by making no new efforts of any kind. So, by prarabdha, that means he's saying, you all sleep, don't you sleep, Baba? Then what shall I, to whom I am talking? I will also sleep. Huh? So, as enjoyments are largely the projection of the mind, and also it is quite temporary. Joy is all temporary. That's why understanding this, I rest. I am to myself quiet. And undergoing the effects of prarabdha, I know this body will still continue. Kriyaman karma, what is done, I don't do that. Sanchita karma, I am not impacted by that. That they are sleeping in me. But prarabdha, the body is going, the body trajectory of the body is going. I don't think anything, let it go. Whatever comes, let it come. I am indifferent and I live totally detached from them. So I rest quietly, undergoing the effects of my prarabdha by making no effort, making no new efforts of any kind. I don't involve myself into any new work. I'm so satisfied within. I need not have to eat. I need not have to go make any effort. I am not craving for food. I don't ignore if fasting comes in my life. So I am quite happy. So I am not involved into any action. This is a very high state to a very, many important though. Sukham Vasatmana Rupam. Happiness or Ananda is the root or the real nature of us. Sarvoho Aparitustu. Manas Sangsparjan Dishta. Mon with the Sangsparjan Dishta. Seeing what is the object of the universe and my mind and the senses. Bhogan Satyami Samvishat. Iti etat atmana sartham shantam vismityo vaipuman vichitram asati daitam ghoram apnoti samasitam. So what I do, then though the bliss of the Atman is present in everyone, he is forgetful of it and he wanders in search of it to the various travels or transmigrated existence. It says 27 verse. Though we are nature, our real nature is Ananda, bliss. Bliss of the Atman is present in all, and this Ananda is in all of us. But forgetfulness of it, we have forgotten that. Someone tells me that the Ananda in you, I don't believe. Gurus told us, tell us, God as the love and the embodiment of joy, bliss is sitting in your heart. I have no belief. I have no faith. So he says, though the bliss of the Atman is present in everyone, he is or she is forgetful of it. And what happens? Wanders in search of it, searching for that Ananda through the various travels and transmigrated existence, trying to get joy through body after body. We see, oh, how the birds are very happy, flying in the sky. So we born as a bird. We flew like that and understood how much joy, how much suffering. When he's flying in the sky, it seems so happy. But when rain comes, where is their home? And storm comes, how they survive? We have home, we have room. How did birds live? Cat body is very good. Cat body, look at that, is bad and good effect. How dependent for little food someone is, or sometimes you get a good home, you don't get a home at all. Street cats. Look at that, what is the joy of that? But cat body is good, dog body is good. So all types of bodies we are underwent. This is good, that is good. Fish body is good. Fish, how the fish is swimming in the waters. Very free. And how they are caught and trapped and then killed. So everybody says this is the knowing, even being told that Ananda is inside, the Sukha, the happiness is inside. The bliss of Atman is present in a man. In man means in everyone. That person is forgetful of it. And as we are doing wandering in search of it through various travels and transmigratory existence in this journey of different life, cat, dog, God body, animal body, and how many body there is in the world? How many? Insect body. So trying to get it from so many sources that life went on and on. It is like a man running foolishly after the illusory water, seen at a distance in the mirage. not recognizing the real water in the lake by his side under the cover of the grass growing from it. So all are searching, there is beauty, there is something, running, outside. And he can give me happiness, he can give me love, and I will be very happy. This search is going on, and everyone is running to get it from outside. Example, like you travel in the desert area, then you see a water, beautiful water on the lake. The palm trees, the reflection in the waters, how, and you go and try to quench your thirst, you see it is all sand. So this is the way people are, all the lives are going on, and trying to get satisfaction and joy from here and there and there and there. So now, foolishly, they search illusory water and don't understand that there may be water near you in a pond filled with some moss or something. So in it, filled with moss, in the heart itself, the fountain of all joy is here, filled with moss, and we think that there is no joy, and joy is somewhere else. So people without any faith in God or in spiritual destiny of man, who are ignorant of the fact that their present body and mind are the result of their past karma, engage themselves in action calculated to bring about happiness and word of unhappiness. But their repeated efforts in this respect will be of little avail, succeeding or failing according to the past karma would allow. Understand? People without any faith in God, those who have no faith in God, who are ignorant of the fact that this present body and the mind, these are the result of our past karma. Last life, you wanted to be a man, you have become a man. You wanted to be a cat, you become a cat. Last thought, our Gita says, when you leave the body, what is the last thinking? That becomes materialized in the next birth. That's why people do japa and meditation. Why? Last thought will be godly thought. So you need not have to be born in a human or subhuman or the body which gives the transmigratory life from one suffering to another suffering. Little joy, so much suffering. So people without any faith in God, those who have no faith in God, or spiritual destiny of man, we have a destiny, and who have created that destiny? By our karma. How the karma? God has planned that way. The whole world will be running in this formula of karma. No? And that karma chakra. Let's say sun, moon, stars, all are rotating. Relentlessly rotating. Whose plan? Who have designed? It's God. All powerful. Not knowing that and ignorant of the fact that our present body, this body, and the mind we are now having are the result of the past karma, last life's good karma, bad karma, desire, last thought, what it came, result their past karma, engage themselves in action. And now we are engaged in action, calculated to bring happiness. But we thought that getting this body, we will be happy and enjoy food, to eat, things to see, things to smell, things to touch, things to hear. All this desire will be fulfilled. And that people are trying that. And it will, word of unhappiness, all my suffering will go away. That is the attempt going on. But their repeated efforts in this respect will be of little avail, succeeding or failing according to what past karma would allow. In this life, you will ask everyone who have not faith in God, old people, dying people, ask, how are you? How happy are you? How much you enjoyed whole life? If you make an estimate of that, go door to door, ask the old people, not young people. Young people have enthusiasm. They think we will change the whole world. I will get the joy. And the whole world, I'll write down a book. The world will be flooded and all will be changed. That's the youthful energy. But that they were also, these old people were young, like present young people. And ask them who are matured now, go door to door, ask, are you happy? Do you expect it? What do you expect? Did you get it in your life? You don't have any other desire anymore to come in this world? Or what? Everyone is, I thought like that, I did like that, I worked like that, I did it. But. So this is the point. I have tried and I have seen that. Bhagavatam says, I have seen the miserable condition, that how one lives in the world and cries and weeps and does the karma prompted by their past thoughts, past actions, previous lives' thoughts and actions have given a birth to this life. And this life trajectory is out of hand now. You triggered a bullet which directs in this corner or that corner, that corner. The bullet is out of your gun, and now it is on the middle of the way. You cannot say, hey, why am I here? I should be there. No, it is already fate. That we call the fate. Fate, who have selected the fate? I have selected my fate. I forgot it. Your target, your trajectory, my trajectory, everyone's trajectory is moving, leading them. And in that trajectory, we meet together, we fight together, we love together, we hate together, we cry together, and this fun is going on, life after life. But no awareness of that, no awareness that I shall have to come out of this. And it is not very enjoyable. It is no joy at all. What is the way? So that's it. Don't ask for anything, don't expect anything. Must be yourself. You knew is the infinite. But that will not come easily. That's why meditation, prayer, all these austerities, all this spiritual life, trust, faith in God, and doing selfless work. Why so much needed? Because this is the crying need. So this is what I have observed up to verse number 29. Now I'm on verse number 30. Of what avail will be the wealth and objects of enjoyment gained by great efforts for man, who is naturally subject to the three types of suffering caused by his own body and mind, and by external nature, and by external natural forces, and by extra human agencies. He says that of what avail will be the wealth? Suppose you have $1 million. Can you overcome your own karma? What you have done yourself? You have put your finger in the fire. Finger will burn. Can you stop it? So, adhyatmic. Three types of suffering. Adhyatmic, adibhautik. Man who is naturally subject to three types of suffering. You may have billionaire, trillionaire. These three types of suffering you cannot get out. You can sit in a golden throne. You can make your dress all gold, all jewel. You walk on the what you call pearls. You can do that. But suffering, subjective suffering, which I created, one. But I don't create. But I was going innocently, someone pushed me into the ground and I broke my arm by somebody. Third, not me, not somebody. Earthquake, flood, rain, heat. Suddenly, a bomb. What do people do? They are innocent people there in their home. Bombing started. Of course, it's created by man. It will be the second category of suffering. Third category of suffering, no human have done anything, but nature, Prakriti. So these three types of suffering, everyone will have to undergo. Say the people, give it the example. Millionaires' houses were in Pacific Palisades, no? Many people, are multi-million people. Their house is gorgeous house, all very fine. Natural calamity, fire came, and what happened? Burnt everything. And then they walked out with their body to protect their body. Taking their car, they cannot take the car. They ran away, just protected the body. And one cloth, like a monk, like a sannyasi. Where is the happiness? My house, my archival, all things, no? All my jewels and gold and this and that. You cannot take any time to get touch them. So this is the dukkha, which is the natural calamity. It comes suddenly. You go to Santa Barbara. So all the rich people live mostly, very rich people can live there. But every year fire comes. Huh? Where is the happiness? You have to be ready, always ready, packed ready and car ready. Any money, instruction comes, you have to get ready and run out. Are your own home? Why are you running out? Where is joy? Hold on to them. Three types of suffering. One created by me in this life, now I have created. I didn't create someone, some animal, some human. I am victim of that. So I am suffering. I have done nothing. Innocent, but that's suffering. And the third suffering. So of what will be the wealth and the objects of enjoyment, which we gain with so much great effort. With naturally subject to the three types of suffering, which is caused by one's own body and mind, subjective fault, by external forces, adibhautik, and by the extra human agencies, adi, doivik. I find how wealthy men who are miserly and slaves of their senses are ever subject to suffering. He says that I, as Avadhut, I wandered in the world and I have observed that how a very wealthy person and who is miser and slaves of the senses, they are suffering so much. They have money, enough money. Slave of the senses, they are victims of that. And miser don't want to spend for any charity or anything, but how they suffer so much. I have seen this category. Out of fear, they get up, no, get to sleep. Huh? Those who have a huge amount of money, they will have to keep big lawyers and pay them heavily. How they can find clues to not to give taxes? What exemption can be done there and there? And then a court case comes and someone charges you have to appear before to prove your income, and then sleep goes away. And though you may allow a big lawyer and this and that, but you are fearful and so even you have wealth, yeah, but this where is the peace? So out of fear they got no sleep. Nowadays it is very common. Anxiety. Anxiety. What is anxiety? A baby has no anxiety. Maybe may have so many disease, suffering, but man does not have any. But human being has deep insomnia because sleep does not come. What will happen? What will happen? What will happen? And suspicion. of others becoming second nature with them. He will be like rich man like me, jealousy will come. He will be educated like me. I am PhD of this. And can he? I am from Boston. Can he be on Berkeley? Or Berkeley can go for Southern California, USC or UCLA. I am this, I am that. So to make standard like that, jealousy. That was anxiety. Someone is getting little better in the world of competition. It takes away the sleep of people. So seeing that so much they have, but there is no peace in mind. 32. Men who want to preserve their life and their wealth are both subject to fear for a variety of sources. Those who want to preserve their life and wealth, two things, as we are all. Our wealth, whatever money we have, we try to preserve that. For their necessity may be there. But even those who don't have their need, they have enough. And wealth is there, and life. I want not to die. Preserving the life is a big internal struggle. No one wants to die in the world. Shall I die? This thought makes them cry and weep, no? Even so many days, years practice of spiritual discipline, people even could not overcome that. So people want to preserve their life, one point, and the wealth, two things. Property, asset, things, and I shall live. I shall live, and my property, my building, my house, my car, my will remain. Are always subject to fear from a variety of sources. How do you fear? How do you become restless and full of anxiety? From the ruling power. In early days, government taxation, and now also government taxation. Robbers, they may steal you. Now no robbers, but the robbers in another way. Robbers don't come to your home. A cyber, what do you call cyber theft? Cyber theft. Huh? You are sitting over there, but you are cyber arrest. Boss, police will come now. Now you will have to do. Don't go. Sit. Give me this account. Give me that account. And if you are not, then you are immediately going someone. So ruling power. Which ruling power? Which government is ruling now? So that type of under the threat. Suppose you are a supporter of the other group. Now you are under this group. Now in India you are under Modi, or should be under Rajiv, or you go under Mamata or Jyoti Basu. So who is ruling? If the communists are ruling, then religious people are trembled. Shaivites are ruling, then your Vaishnavas will be trembled. Vaishnavas are ruling, it is the history. Vaishnava people are ruling, the Shaivites will be. Read Ramanuja's life and during that period society's condition. So ruling power, robbers, enemies, one's own relatives. That's very true. No one needs any sufficient proof rather than who make you suffer most, your own relatives, your cousin, even your sister, even your own brother. How to squeeze the mom property. Never come to mom whole life. And mom is in the deathbed. Then all the children will, mommy, 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 give me, give me, give me, give me. Sign for me 90%, sign for me 20%. Huh? And that daughter or son who is looking after the mom, she becomes the victim for all other brothers who have not done anything. It is a regular feature in every instances I hear. So of our own spiritual relatives, our own relatives, birds and animals, suppliants, and in time things come, time things go. No? Well, I'm bad time. I'm passing through a bad time. And time creates. It's called my planetary time. What can I do? Nothing can be done. Planetary time is that's controlling us. And even from oneself to exhaustion of wealth and one's energies by enjoyment, by one's own misery, what he created himself. So from the ruling powers, from robbery, from enemies of yours, your own relatives whom you feel that's your own, birds and animals, suppliants, the time, and even from one's own self, being exhausted with enjoyment and seeing things. So, a wise man should therefore abandon love of sense enjoyments and desire for wealth, both of which are productive of grief, infatuation, fear, anger, attachment, helplessness, and exhaustion. So, a wise person's duty of life, what will be that? Avadhuta is saying that he should be a wise man, therefore he will abandon, he will give up. What he will give up? Love of the sense enjoyments, attachment to what is immediate, and trying to find joy. Not that he will not seek for joy, but not seek joy through a wrong path. Why wrong path? Billions of people are going through that. Yes, that is the fatal result, is that suffering. They don't get joy ultimately. Get a touch of joy followed by so much suffering. So therefore, a wise person should therefore abandon love of sense enjoyments. Verse number 33. शोक मोह भय क्रोध राग क्लैब आश्रमादय जन्मूला सुनिरांग जयत spihang pranartho yor buddha. Pranartha yor buddha. A wise man should therefore abandon love of sense enjoyments and the desire for wealth, both of which are productive of grief. Two things are what we want to enjoy the world through the senses, and the desire for more wealth and etc. These are the productive of all our grief, our infatuation, our fear, our anger, attachment, helplessness. We are helpless. Oh, I am miserable. I am totally helpless. Who can help me? Because you search the cause is here. There's 2 points. Bhagavad said that it is love for sense enjoyment and desire for wealth. Enjoyment and wealth. That is Ramakrishna has coined out 2 words, kama kanchana. The last is the enjoyment of the senses. Kanchana, wealth. See? But Bhagavat, cream of Bhagavat, Ramakrishna has said. Not reading this Bhagavat 7 chapter, 7 books, chapter 13, verse number 33. He does not know that. But what he says is correct. Kama kanchana. Desire and kanchana wealth. Wealth, money, wealth, prosperity. These are the 2 causes, and they create all these troubles of grief, infatuation, grief, sokamoha, infatuation, sokamoha, bhayakrodha, fear, anger, bhayakrodha, raga, attachment, klaibam, is helplessness, klaibam, and ashramadaya, klaibya, shramadaya, and exhaustion. Shrama means exhaustion. Working hard, and you get exhausted. Shramadaya. In this world, I have 2 teachers. So I am Avadhut. I have learned from 2. There are 2 teachers of me. No human teacher. But in the nature I saw 2 teachers. Anyone can be your teacher if you are awakened. You are really want to receive some knowledge, nature teaches us. So what does it to teach us? The honeybee and python. Honeybee, what honeybee does? It gathers honey. Whole enormous energy. Have you seen the bees? How much they work hard to collect honey and store it? But for whom? Whole life working like a labor, intense labor to collect honey. Joy, 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 joy. And for store, for whom? For us to squeeze and eat. The honey workers don't get anything. They are labor class. They are only labor. Do you know their story? You can Google search and find how the honey's life of honey workers. They collect things day and night, 24 hours, relentless, whether they're paid or not paid, but they work very sincerely. So it is from them that I learned the lessons of renunciation and contentment. First one is what? Renunciation. Because he works day and night without any expectation. His job is to collect the honey, bring it to the honeycomb, and eject that, finish. His work is done. Go, again bring, again go, again bring. In our Trubuko, we have many honeycombs. And then we see that how many the bees are coming, thousands, and getting little water and sitting on some flower here and there, and all through how much labor they do and bring back, bring back, bring back, bring back. This is the collection. I want to enjoy, I want to have money, I want to have this, I want to have this. But for pararthe means for the consumption of others. What happens? Mom, dad worked very hard from a very poor condition and raised and collected all things for the son or daughter, and not taking themselves their good meal or thing. And the children come, they born in that environment, they just sing, dance and finish. They throw away. So their enjoyment, collection is here. And second, renounce. This collection is meaningless. Therefore, second is python. I have not to go for anything. Renunciation. So those are the two things I heard, one from the bees, another from the honeybee taught me renunciation. Just as the honey gathered by the bee through hard labor is taken away by others who do not hesitate even to kill it. Is it not? When they squeeze the honey, they do so many ways. I have heard in India they used to do, I don't know what they do. They put some smoke and the honeys also have to run away. They have to leave their home and then they go and squeeze it. And modern things have come out much efficient. But the bees don't get anything. We squeeze their honeycomb and get the honey in a bottle and we eat. Others who do not hesitate to even kill them. So the hard-earned wealth of rich man is robbed by others, killing him if needed be. People in early days, robbers used to come and if some opposition, they will kill the person and take away their assets. Like the python, I make no effort for food, but I am satisfied with the chance brings. Whatever God brings, I take it. And so I don't collect anything for myself or anything, and I have nothing to seek for, not to avoid anything. Not seek, not avoid. But I am satisfied with what chance brings. What God brings into me, chance brings, that I am following that. If nothing comes for many days, I lie all the time like the python without food, but with my strength undiminished because I don't depend on anything. So I lie all the time like the python without food, but with my strength undiminished. Wow, good idea. So that is the lesson. We got it. We end here. Next week, if we get a chance, we'll read from verse number 37. 7, 13, 36. 7, 13, 36, we end it now. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ram Krishna Arpanam Astu. So we'll read.
5 to 36, 11 verses.
So we'll be this evening, 7:30 again. We'll be reading the Seta Setara Upanishad class. We're all welcome. Thank you. Jai Ma.